guys, this is the Cozy Corner podcast. We don't got BTL here.
No BTL
This is
tonight.
an all-women's podcast today, so welcome.
Ladies edition.
Ladies edition.
Oh, yeah.
We have Shalisa. Welcome, Shalisa.
Thank you.
And then we have me, who is Ember. Make sure you visit our social medias. I think it's the Cozy Twitter. I don't know. You guys need to figure that out. Sorry, BTL. I know I'm disappointing you. And then Instagram at Corner the Cozy. I do know that one.
I got that down hard.
Packed. Yeah, because I run that. So pretty much that's why I know that. Okay, so follow, guys, and thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget that we're on SoundCloud and also streaming on Writing Retro Radio at 7 p.m. on Fridays.
Tonight, I think we are wanting to talk about
relationships. And talk about let's talk shit about guys.
Yeah.
Basically.
I think this is probably going to be very therapeutic for me, as I seem to be one who has come to you and BTL for some advice, you know, getting his side as far as like guys. And then of course yours as woman and like helping me out in this dating world. Yes, I'm single, so it's kind of like dating is hard. It's hard out here.
What is the hardest thing about being single, do you think?
I think the hardest thing is, I do think the expectation of when am I going to meet someone? It's scary. Like, am I going to be like in my late 30s when I meet someone? Like, when is it going to happen for me? That's like the scary part of being single for me. What's
your relationship background? Like, when did you start dating?
In like high school, I didn't date anyone. I was all into school, academics, and all of like the
Did you ever go like on
sports.
dates in high school?
Never. I didn't go to prom, and I never had a homecoming date.
Wait, I'm so sorry. What?
I mean, I went to prom, but I didn't have a date. Like, I never
had a date.
Never had a date. I never did.
God.
I know. It was like, I don't think it was because like I have pictures. I don't think I was like an ugly bug, but I just think I was so invested into school.
Were you weren't
like,
even interested?
Yeah, I didn't even see anybody that interesting.
Wow.
That like, oh, I should want to date.
I had no idea.
Yeah, never. That's something you learned about me. I did not. That's why I get intrigued. Like when you tell me you're dating someone, I'm like, I never had that. I didn't do that. I didn't do extracurricular activities as far as like sports, but I was in like your beta, all that jazz.
I'm not going to go into a deep conversation about this, but for one of my homecomings in high school, I had 3 dates.
Yeah, sitting
like I literally walked in to homecoming 3 days
deep. I should have went to your high school.
Yeah.
And then we could have definitely helped me out with some dating material because I didn't. So in high school, I didn't date. Let's just fast forward to early 20s. Like, I did have a serious boyfriend for 4 years. Ever since him, I've been single. So I'm learning again, like how to date. Like, I know how to, not learning how to date, how to be in a serious relationship. I don't know how to do that anymore. Like we lived together. We did everything together. I don't know how to do that anymore. Like I've been on so many dates that I'm just, the expectation time of me, like, when is this going to end?
Yeah.
That's another thing when you are dating.
That's insane. I didn't even really think about that.
Yeah.
Wow. So what are you looking for? Do you have a list?
I have a list now that I've been like kind of learning about myself and learning what I need and like, you know, seeing around and seeing how other relationships are with my friends and like just seeing how things are supposed to be in a healthy relationship. I'm kind of getting like things that I want. And it's not necessarily like a list, like has to have. Yeah. This is just a guideline for me to understand.
I like that you said that. I like that you said guideline instead of like a list. Yeah. Because I think, when you have like a list, it's harder because it's just like, I want this and I want that and I need this, you know, and, you know, sometimes it's just not possible. Not all guys are going to meet all the criteria. It's like, what's important?
Exactly. It's definitely that I don't want any expectations to be not met, if you will. So that's why I just have like a, you know, a general what I would like, have a job. Okay, then we can get deep down into like what kind of job, you know. I'm not gonna be picky, but I'm not gonna be like,
what are your typical red flags?
Red flags, I would say maybe guys talking to multiple women. Like,
that's the ultimate red flag. That's like,
it's when it's apparent. Because
it's like there's a referee there. Exactly. That's not even like a red flag.
Whenever you can see them, like, like, it's not even they're telling you blatantly, like, oh, I'm talking to other women. Like, because guys aren't honest like that. So I'm not even going to say that. It's when you're, like, seeing different notifications. Like, we're in a generation, millennials, where our phones ring off the hook. You know what different apps mean. And yes, I've been on Tinder and all of those. So I know what a Tinder sounds like when you get a notification. So if we're sitting at dinner and ding, 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 come on now. Like,
okay, I know one red flag that I need to bring up. If you're taking more selfies on Instagram than I am,
oh God,
what a red flag.
That is a red flag. And you see, that's something that I didn't put in my guidelines.
Yeah.
But that is something, because I feel like that's kind of like he needs me to boast his ego. Like,
yeah.
And you never, when a guy doesn't give you compliments, like, not necessarily saying this is a red flag, but honey, this is 2018. Like, you need to treat these women right. And yes, we like compliments. I'm not saying I'm not one of those women where you gotta spend your money. I'm not a gold digger. I go to work. I have a job. I buy my own stuff.
Yeah, don't need you.
Don't need you for that. But a nice compliment goes a long
also,
way.
Don't expect to be gassed up if you're not going to gas me up.
That's where I was going with that.
Yeah.
You want me to, you sending me, don't send a woman a random picture. Like, I don't care. Like, if I didn't ask you for that, oh my God. This is getting, you see, I'm on a run now. I'm on a roll now. When you're dating, a lot of guys will ask you for a picture.
Yes.
Why are you asking me? Go look at my Facebook. We're friends on Instagram, Facebook, everything.
Honestly,
why are you asking me for pictures?
So again, I had a little interim singledom, and I did try to like explore as much as possible at this time, because I got out of a 6-year relationship, and boy, was that just a waste of time. Let's just get down to that. But I was single in between that and in my current amazing, wonderful relationship. And in that time, I remember like people would ask me for like a picture of me. And I think what they want, one, is hoping that they're going to get a nude.
Yeah.
2 is they don't get a nude, but they get like a picture of you and they're like, oh, this picture's just for me. You know, kind of like that. Maybe that's something. But like, we're girls, and don't you have some selfies banked up? Because
Definitely
I do.
have selfies. Sometimes I randomly, if I get dressed up and I look cute, will change out shirts and stuff. Same hairstyle, same lipstick. He never knows.
Never. I'm gonna bank up selfies, and
I'm gonna send you. And then believe me, you're not the only one getting that selfie. Because if it's cute and I have like somebody in the background, he's probably gonna get it too. Yeah. Just for a compliment that you weren't gonna give me.
Yeah. So guys, you're asking for these pictures, and I'm just gonna tell you the dirty truth of women. These are banked up pictures because at the moment, we don't have our makeup. Our hair is a mess. No. And, we probably haven't washed it in like 2 days.
Absolutely.
Like, at least 2 days.
I probably have my glasses on.
The glasses
Definitely
on.
have my glasses on.
If you're wearing retainer, that shit's on. So, like.
Hair's up.
You can't expect me to look out of 10 all the time.
No. Like, and that's what I'm thinking. When you're like, send me a picture. It's 2:00 in the afternoon. What do you think I'm doing at 2:00 in the afternoon besides working? You just want me. I'm not that kind of girl. Like, I'm not that kind of woman.
And if you're dating
taking a pictures, like just random selfies all day long.
If you're dating a guy who wants selfies like that and just like likes them, whatever, this is what you do. Okay. So you go to the gym. You take a bunch of selfies. You take all these different angles so it looks like different ones. And then you're not showing your, like, clothes. You're just showing, like, the sweat and maybe, like, something. Different filters, too. Those are going to help you out. Bank them and then just fucking send them randomly. And they don't even know that it's the same fucking day. This is my face.
It's my same face. So you said a picture. I'm telling you, you don't know how many times when guys are like, send me a pic. Send me a pic. You can't even send picture. You said, send me a pic. Cool. So I just send them a blank. I screenshot like the black screen and send it to them because you didn't say what kind of picture.
Yeah.
I could send them pictures of trees, a coconut, a beach, an airplane.
Is a red flag some guy saying, send me a nude? Have you ever gotten a guy who just like legitimately just asked for that?
Yes, I have. Especially, I feel like in my early 20s, yes, they have. Now that I'm getting older and I'm actually dating guys who are older and more mature, and some of them are looking for something, they just don't know what they want yet, that kind of status, they're like, send me a picture to see how daring you're going to be. And, you know, depending on how many glasses of wine, I might send you a nice scandalous picture, but I'm not sending nudes. Like, we're not together in that way.
Do you think that women talk more about sex than guys do?
I feel like that we do. Definitely do.
For sure.
I think we talk more in depth about it. Like it was like, as far as like dick size and like
I don't think guys talk like in such detail about us.
They might say something like if it wasn't good, but if it was good, they might be, oh yeah, it was good, she had some good, you know what, or it was bad, or like she's horrible. They might talk about you as a person, like she's too clingy or something, like oh, this girl's psycho. But we go into detail, like we'll be like, no, he flipped me over, slapped me up, or he doesn't do this, or he doesn't do that,
or his dick looks like this,
or we're definitely showing dick pictures. I'm telling you that off rip. Do not send a dick picture. It's never solicited. Nobody ever wants to see that, except sometimes I'll joke with guys who I've been talking to. They know that I'm joking. They'll be like, oh, shut up, you nasty. And they're not going to send me one because I already seen it. Like, I've seen it in person. I don't think women are that visually, like, needing to see that. Just like guys.
If it's unsolicited, it's getting shared with the whole group.
The clique, the crew, the squad. I don't want to see that. Like, I like to see that from my man. Like while we're together intimately, but
like physically together. I don't need to see that. I don't need to see that.
I just feel like different times I might be interested, but I'm not going to be interested just randomly. Like, hey, how you doing? And send it to me. No, I don't want to see that. Have you ever sent a guy like a picture of your hoo-hoo?
It's
so awkward.
Maybe if you're in a long distance relationship, maybe that's what this things are for. It's like long distance relationship. If you're like around the corner,
I'm actually not trying to do that ever again. Like FaceTime me. I'll show it to you live and in
person.
But
FaceTime, they can still like snap. But like FaceTime, I think is better too, because it's not like you're taking like a still shot where it's like done and done. There's like, no like,
but there's no
story. There's no leading up to like that.
I just want to know.
It's almost a little like,
I want to know if we were like men and we just started like randomly sending pictures. Could you imagine? Like you just get your guy sitting at his table at work, or he's with his homeboys, and you just get a picture, like a opened up wide.
It's like threatening, isn't it?
Like just hi, like, nothing else, because they don't ever say like, hey, no. They just send the picture. Yeah. So what if we just sent the picture, didn't say anything? What are they gonna say?
And I really wonder. See, this is when it would be nice. We're missing you, BTL, because we need your opinion on like, what do guys like that? Like, what's going on? This is why we have a more diverse.
I think they're very visual, so they probably appreciate it. But I just want them to understand that when you send me a dick pic at 12 p.m. when I'm doing work, I'm at work probably,
trying to get that
running
money.
Errands.
Yeah.
And I'm in Target, and I pull up on your text message, and I'm like, oh, wow, there's a picture just sitting right there in my folder. Now I have to text you, like, frequently just to get it to go up so that I can tell you, don't do that. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you have to do
you have to do something.
To do like
or
that.
Delete it. You have to delete it, or you have to type.
But you don't want to delete it because you have to show your friends.
Yeah, so you're going to text like a crazy monster to get it to go away.
Exactly.
It's crazy. Or send it, thank God for iPhones, send it invisible. You know how like, you can send invisible messages?
I did not know this.
Yeah, we'll talk about how I'll show you, but
it.
you can do it invisible.
So let's go on with more red. Okay, let's talk about the dating horror stories.
Okay, we'll talk about the one from where I work, like we work for the same company, complimenting other women to me. How are you doing that?
Is that the one that said like bro or something?
Yeah, you calling me bruh. Saying that other women are attractive when we're clearly talking. I think that
that's the biggest no-no.
That's a no-no. Then you have, okay, I know maybe I was being sensitive about it, but I think that was just a horrible. And then the other, I mean, he's not even somebody who I dated. We went on a date, and he told me to chug my champagne.
Oh my god!
I think that story alone.
I remember you.
The whole story, the whole date. That was a bad date. That was
okay.
A bad
date. Let's just like paraphrase that in like a couple on that date.
Arrived. He was there already. Didn't ask if I wanted to order anything to eat. Told me to order something from the drink menu. I ordered a glass of champagne. He had a bourbon.
Where was this? It was at ale house.
This was
right?
at ale house. Like, come on.
Like a sports bar.
A sports bar.
A sports restaurant. If you guys don't have an ale house around here.
Bar. Nothing fancy, and I'm okay with that. I told you I'm not that kind of girl. But anyway, throughout the time we're talking, and he's just being really abrupt with the waitress. Like, she walked away, and he's like, hey, yo, come here. And I'm like,
if you're rude to fucking customer service, like hospitality workers, like, you are dead to me inside. You are dead.
It was horrible. It was embarrassing.
That's so embarrassing.
She came over. Then, when
also, if you're a bad tipper, I'm just going to say that.
I didn't get to see the tip. I'm glad I didn't see that. But when his food came out, he was like looking at it, the plate, like if something was wrong. And I'm like, well, what's wrong with it? And he's like, oh, well, they said this was going to be a lot of food, and this ain't no lot of food. And I'm like,
this ain't no lot of food. And
country ass. Ain't no lot of food. What are you talking about?
This ain't no lot of food.
No. So,
you need to have good grammar.
And he didn't even finish the food, mind you. So, fast forward, he gets the bill before he asks me if I want another drink, which is, I think, men, any guy that I've ever dated that was classy, because I have been on classy dates, they've ordered me another drink and then closed the bill. Or either they've asked me if I want anything else before they grab the bill.
Yeah. He paid the bill and then asked you if you wanted another drink?
No, he never asked me. He told me to chug my champagne so that we can go walk. That's how the date ended. I haven't seen him since.
I know. That's just like going...
Surface.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have some horror stories too. I was called an Uber by one of my dates. So... Oh, and then he was talking to a girl on the phone because he was drunk as shit. I was driving him to his home, which I've never been to before. I had to get his ID because he was that fucking drunk. So I drove him to his home, and some girl was on the phone, and I can hear her side or whatever, and she's not saying anything she's honestly, like, talking about another guy. She's just like, where's this guy? Because I guess he was downtown with a bunch of his friends. And he's like, I don't know. And she's like, did you get an Uber? He's like, yeah, I got an Uber. And then, on top of my shirt, he decides to fill me up while he's calling me an Uber. I am fuming because I'm like, it's 9 p.m. I was downtown. I left my friends. And now I'm driving your drunk fucking ass to your house. And I am
livid.
Fuming. For me, like, that's a deal breaker or like a red flag.
But I feel like women just... Where was I going with this?
That's fine. All right. So we are going to be wrapping up.
Yeah.
So pretty much this was a episode of us just like fucking... just talking shit about guys, which is basically like what we like to do on our off time, but now we're just doing it on the podcast. So I want to thank you guys for listening. I want to also say next week is our Halloween special. Me and BTL have been working really hard on it, so I'm really excited for you guys to hear. So please, if you like are subscribed to the Apple Music Apple Podcast and the SoundCloud, they will notify you when we upload, and this is one you do not want to miss. So please listen to it. I'll go ahead and remind you on our social medias, and thank you so much for listening. You guys are wonderful, amazing. Thank you. And BTL, you've been missed, and thank you so much for editing this. Oh, I think I hear the music. All right, bye.